small part of the window next to the sliding door. But I'm doing it differently than the one that I did behind my bed. What I first did is I still had some hard maple lying around, so I joined it on two sides, the bottom and side, and then planed the top so it's real flat. And it's about an inch thick, but what I do is I already made two pieces here. That's the 1 inch thickness. I'll put 3 or 4 pieces on top of each other and then create a rough corner for one of the sills. So the first thing what I'll do is, I have an example of the corner. I'll do this first. So here I got my second cut, and that's done the third layer. So now I want to make a fourth one to get to the entire width. Got the 4 pieces now, so I'll glue each of them together and then the two into one piece. Now I have to wait about half an hour or so for the glue to sufficiently dry, and then I'll put both pieces together to form one final piece. Got all these 4 pieces together, and I've done already some work on it. Next step would be to sand it, and I've done part of it, and you can see this is the outside. That's not as important because that's out of view. But this will be the inside, and you can see that you can make it quite smooth. Maybe not as exact as it should be, but with a very good result. Continue with that. What I do next is get some square corners on each side. So I put one in here in a 90-degree corner, and I cut this off. I got my box joint jig, put in the dado blade for a wide cut, and made a sample cut so could measure how that works out. So I took my first corner piece, put it in here, and now I'll be making my first cuts. Having made one side, and this is one corner, I'll make the same at the other side. Now I have to trim these boards. Now I'm going to glue the corners to the side pieces. I glue these two pieces together. Added some sawdust as well. And it's a rough surface now, so I'm gonna sand that back down again. Okay, gave the final sanding for now. Still have to go over with some 120 and 220 grit, but I first have to put these two side pieces together, the two glue ups. That looks reasonably well. I'll leave it this way to dry. This is roughly finished. Have to do a lot more sanding, but that's later on. Now I'll get it to fit in the van. So, let me see. Yeah, that's the top. This is where the window sill is going to be located. Doesn't fit yet because I have to shorten these two. But that works fine. That looks good. That looks good. First, going to install two plus nuts, one out here and one out there. Now I know where the hole goes. I'll drill a small hole. Now I use progressively bigger bits to get to the right size. That should work. Then we have the plus nut. Now it's tight, so then I get the bolt out of it again. And that's a bolt and washer. Got these blocks, put my bolt in it. And connect it to the plus nut. The whole purpose is to put a board on top of it, here on the side and here, around it, on the top and at the bottom, and cover that piece of board with some fabric. I'm going to fit this window sill here by first temporarily attaching it to these 2 points, just with a single screw on each point. So Now you can see this will be the final cover over that windowsill, but it has to be cut off along this form, which I will do later. Put it in the final location, and I indicated where I still have to remove a part of it, and that is this edge, and it has a bow in it that follows this column. I cut a piece of this side away, follows that dent, so that cover that should more or less follow the outside of that frame. It'll cover this entire open space, and then it looks finished. And that cover will be covered with a fabric, as well as here this column as well. I temporarily attach this cover on the wall where it's going to be, just with 3 temporary screws. And now I'm going to scribe the windowsill to the back of it, so it can get an exact cut. That's the way I have to do it. That would make it a little bit easier. Okay. That looks better. Now I just have to verify everything and take probably about a 1/4 inch off of that as well, so it's still on the side, but the fabric can go over it without sticking out. So I have to cut off another 1/4 inch of this edge and smooth it as well and round it. So I made hopefully final adjustments, and then when it all fits, I'll take it off again. Then I'll have to do a lot of sanding, putting every part in some polyurethane, and just to make it complete as a view. This is the top cabinet that will be attached here. Hi guys, this is Joey, and we're building a one-of-a-kind RV. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like and subscribe, or better yet, leave a comment. Thanks guys. You've done a good job.